Ladies and gentlemen, we have been teased for a long time. We didn't get the typical roadmap that we were expecting for April, but it feels good that it's here now, though, let me tell you. This is it. New dev blog, new DLC, a free weekend. Where's the stuff at? Operation Eagle incoming. That's going to bring a new faction to the game. Free weekend is going on right now. Get to build the hype up. Season 4 begins. Yada, yada, yada. Get back onto the ladder, start grinding. Changelog-21. There's some nice changes in this. Some nice bug removal and some nice additions to the game. Not a whole lot balance-wise, which makes sense because, granted, Usonia, the new faction, what clearly looks like an American faction with stars and stripes and eagles and stuff going on. Incoming soon, so balance changes. We'll probably see a whole slew of balance changes once Usonia goes live. Operation Eagle. Let's watch the hype video full screen.
Peggy 16.
"27th of next month. Heck yeah. New faction. People are going to be super stoked about this. Looks like they got some, like a bar. World War II bar. Like almost like a light machine gun, assault rifle sort of thing going on. Anyway, new Usonia faction, 20 units. New campaign. 25 minutes worth of cinematics. Oh, yeah. I do love Iron Harvest cinematics. 3 new playable heroes. Flying units for all of the factions, not just Usonia. Everyone's going to get the diesel zeppelins. New structures and air defenses. Looks like a new building probably to produce air units and things to shoot things to shoot air units down. New multiplayer maps. Heck yeah. New playable allies from a yet-to-be-revealed secret faction. Some mystery. New skins and seasons and etc. Here's a price for it, etc. Now, here's a weird thing. If you own the main game and buy Operation Eagle, or have the deluxe edition, then the sky's the limit. You can do everything. They're offering Operation Eagle as its own standalone title, exclusively on Steam. So you can like buy just the Usonia like expansion and not own Iron Harvest base game, and you can still do all of this stuff. I'm not going to go over it. Nice little picture that allows you to understand what's happening. If you don't own, etc., what can you and cannot do, etc. I'm going to skip all this. Just look here. If you do not own Operation Eagle, you cannot play Usonia in any game mode. Which, for all of you multiplayer fiends out there like myself, grinding the ladder, if you want to play Usonia in ranked or quick play, you're going to have to buy Operation Eagle. Now, this is something that I talked about in the past that I was worried about. Having the faction pay to play on multiplayer. For one, how they implement it could potentially split the multiplayer base. But I skipped it over here or somewhere in here. They talked about how even if you don't own Operation Eagle, you can still play against people who have it and etc. And I think you'll still get the airships and all that thing. So it's not going to split the player base in that sense, which is great, which is super super smart on their part. My only fear with this is if Usonia is broken. If Usonia is OP as heck, then it's going to look like it's pay to win. And that can sometimes be very devastating for a game. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it comes out a little weak and needs to be buffed. That's my dream. I mean, I'm definitely going to be buying the DLC when it comes out, of course. And but very exciting, very exciting. And if they do it right, if they do it well with balance wise, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Some nice pictures. Free weekend, free weekend. So if you're new to this game, or if you're checking this game out for the first time, 29th to the 3rd, it's totally free. Go check it out, play it, download it. Come watch the streamers, learn, ask questions. Because there's a lot of content on the horizon right now. So this is the best time ever, I think, to get back into Iron Harvest and to check it out. It's been updated a lot since its release, and the game's feeling really good right now. There's a dev stream coming up on the 30th, 3 p.m. BST, 4 p.m. CET, 10 p.m. EST. It's gonna be early for me because I'm PST, so this is like 7 in the or no PM. Oh, great! From never mind, 7 p.m. for me on Friday. Excellent. Well, they're giving this statue away, free giveaway, physical giveaway. Be sure to check that out. Look, there I am. That's me. This guy's really good at the game. So is this guy. Everyone here is pretty good at the game, but that's me. Mr. Aobi got Season 3 Master. Nice. They're talking about some new season stuff. If you achieved ranked or higher, you got this majestic skin. If you accomplish something else with Season 4 achievements, you get this skin. Not very interested in the skin. Let's look at the change log. General changes. Polonia exosuits. The Rycerz now have a veteran ability shields up. This reduces incoming damage at the cost of reduced movement speed. Heck yeah. The issue with the Rycerz for a long time has been they're a glass cannon. Um they do a tremendous amount of damage. The Rycerz is the highest DPS unit in the Polonian army, which is hard to believe, I think. When it comes to unarmored, light armor, and medium armor, the Rycerz is top tier DPS. Nothing does better than it for Polonia. It falls off on heavy, but that's it. And so it was all about keeping them safe while getting them in range to DPS. This is going to help you do that way easier. Um, the reduced movement speed is not very much. I've done some Rycerz races in some skirmishes games, and obviously you can definitely see and kind of feel the movement speed difference. But the reduced movement speed, I think, is pretty okay. I think it's like the same as gunners almost the same as gunners. I think if you want to pop the button and just walk around always in shield mode, because you don't want to micro too much, I think it's totally viable. It's really not that big of a reduction, and it looked like it was taking off like a nice somewhere between like 2 to 5 points of damage, depending on the unit that's shooting it. Because it's also light armor, so it already reduces unarmored attacks by 50%. So I can't attest to how much damage is reduced, but it looked like anywhere between like 2 to 5 points of damage from infantry. I didn't test it against mechs and things like that because the reality is you really shouldn't have your Ritzers taking damage from mechs. You needed the body block for them or something. But a great ability. I think it's going to be. It's made them only stronger. The Ritzers come out of the barracks really strong, like really really good. They're slow to vet up, and when they vet up, it's not very exciting. They get like 2 more points of damage, 3 more points of damage, I think, and like like 100 health. Not a huge difference when they vet up, but now when they vet up, it's gonna feel real good, I think. Fix the bug that prevented medics from receiving XP for healing units. This is great. You couldn't get XP when you healed units. Now they can. So you get XP for unit models that were newly created by their healing. Very cool. Medics got a nice little buff. Not even a buff. They just got a bug fixed. Faction-specific portraits will now load when capturing a neutral weapon system. So all the weapon systems now have their own artwork per faction, I think. Fix the bug that caused idle player mechs to chase enemy units that enter their range, often resulting in finding your mechs far behind enemy lines. I mean, I didn't think it was a bug, but it's been squashed. So if you're tired of like your opponent like trying to sneak your mechs out of position by dangling a engineer bait in front of them, no longer a thing. Your mechs will stay put. They're safe. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Park it and chill. I was trying to find a rhyme, and there's no rhyme in the world, I think. In the player profile cosmetics tab, it is now possible to choose artwork for your skirmish and multiplayer loading screens. I love this. I love this. Now, at the moment, there's not this much artwork in the game, but of course, it's gonna be very, very nice to see what future things can come out. Very, very cool. Yeah, just so you guys know, all this changelog is it's live right now. It's all live right now. Buildings no longer flicker after upgrading. I never noticed that. I don't look at the mini map. I'm bad. Fix an issue where the flare sound would continue indefinitely if the player quits and ends the game while the effect is playing. Cries in Saxony, but now you stop crying in Saxony. Fix issues resulting from engineers repairing mechs while too few resources are available. Didn't really ever notice this, but I guess if you're strapped for cash, you could repair indefinitely. No longer the case. Heroes no longer slide when revived if queued move commands were not completed upon death. Interesting. I have noticed this a couple of times where like you'd have a character just floating across the ground or a hero floating across the ground. The Brunhilde repair effect no longer persists after destruction. Hilda would go down, she would be dead, but it would still have the arrows indicating that she's gaining health. That's been fixed. Very nice. We're happy to see the steady improvement in the game balance over past updates. While there may be more to do, with the impending arrival of the Usonians, it makes little sense to make changes before fully evaluating the impact of this fourth faction on the game. I think it's fair enough. People are complaining that the game is, got issues still, right? Some units are overperforming and underperforming. But the reality is the game has never been so balanced. At this point in time, your decisions, your skill, and how you play a match is way more important than what units you build versus what units your opponent builds. Like you can make all the factions work in a competitive sense, and you can almost make any of the units work if you play smartly with them. So the game is pretty balanced. There's of course still units under and overperforming, but it's really not oppressive, I think, at the moment, for the most part. There'll be really more artwork and details over the next week, so stay up to date. Join us. I'll have links here in the YouTube video. But yeah, pretty exciting update. Some nice a little buff to the Rycerz. Nice bit of UI bug fixes for the game. New artwork, new cosmetics, new faction. Very exciting stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you don't have Iron Harvest, check out the free weekend for sure. Check it out and see what you think. Very exciting time to start playing Iron Harvest, and a very exciting time to get back into it. So you're gonna start stretching your finger muscles for the oncoming Usonians. You know what I mean? I'll see you guys out there.